On top of Purdue.
Welcome back
There's
to
a towering
the
presence when you
historic
look at
Memorial.
this Kentucky basketball team, and certainly their height
Welcome back
matters.
to
This graphic says 6'1". They're actually 6'1" and 7'16".
historic Memorial
They're
Coliseum.
taking every little inch that they
And welcome back to
can
Lesson 2 Kentucky.
Look, you have to have length. You got to have height in the SEC. Kentucky and Texas Vanderbilt, they got 8 players that are 6'1 plus. And then you look on down, you have South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. This is, I think that the SEC is a post player's game. ACC, I think it's a guard game. SEC, and you have to be able to protect the paint, and you've got to be able to rebound in the SEC in order to finish at the top. And I think Kentucky has gotten themselves in that position with the new players in the league that Kenny Brooks has brought in.
Mentioned a 23-8 record a season ago, made it to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Close overtime loss, but they've added some new pieces, including a player like Jordan.
And we're
Obi
underway in
make that run
quarter number 2.
deeper into the NCAA tournament. Of course, they're going to be a contender, and a player in the SEC championship race as well.
The patience and composure Jordan Obi plays with, just kept her dribble, then got the balance and the pivot foot, getting all the way around to get the finish.
Obi graduated, finished her degree from Penn, and the Aussie from the free throw line, wide open, Amelia Hassan.
Well, you saw in this last possession, Jordan Obi playing the 4, pass it at the 3. Next time down, you may see those two interchange.
How difficult is it to defend because of the versatility and the interchangeability of players?
Well, with the high IQ of these post players or these big players for Kentucky, they recognize when they got a big on them, then they can pop out, let somebody else go in and post up. You see Clara Strack pulling KP out, number 22 in black, so causing the big to come away from the basket.
Giving chase, but out of bounds because Clara Strack can and has already tonight going down a 3.
Well, Kenny Brooks said that it was the players that really started interchanging their positions. They would run something and then, you know, Hassan may say, okay, I'm going to stay inside, you go outside. And it was, she said, it was really cool to see them themselves recognize the versatility in each other.
Meanwhile, looking for any kind of room, Taylor Feldman takes it to the hoop and is fouled.
One of the things that Purdue worked on in shoot-run was using a lot of ball screen action. What Kentucky has the ability to switch, and like you don't get any, you don't pick up a slower defender by switching on ball screens, and so you can't get that kind of advantage. I think when you're playing a team that's got that kind of length, you've got to use some off-ball screening action, some split action, some screen and slip to the basket, but you've got to start with good spacing.
Feldman, who was an All Big Sky selection, Northern Arizona, knocks down both free throws, and right now Purdue is still within this ball game, just down a dozen.
Yeah, Kiki Smith's got to really get going. That's number 23 in black, the transfer from Arkansas. And she's used to the physicality of the SEC. And she can get downhill when she wants to.
So far, Kentucky shooting 55% from the floor.
Tomorrow, South Carolina took on the with drop.
Jordan Obi over to Strack. Working on Kendall Purrier. Leaves it short. Day comes up with it.
So Rutgers 3-0 and Purdue
over to her teammate.
got
Feldman can't get to go down.
2-1.
And corralled by Obi.
And we're in the lead by 12.
Strack is running the middle of the lane.
And if you remember about a month and a half or not,
Rebound.
or maybe a month ago,
Purdue's got to score before Kentucky.
we had a
set. Then you don't have
a
to
blue
go
and white
against that size.
man of scrimmage. But before we had a
the screen.
Madness.
Karsh picks up her dribble, stuck a little bit.
We'll be right,
Stratton
you
comes
know.
down with the defensive rebound.
And also last month we had a SEC tip-off, which
13 total
means
rebounds so
they'll be
far this
interviewing
game
with the
for
head coaches
Kentucky.
and the players. We have women's, men's sides.
Coming off
All right.
the screen.
So
When Kentucky switches, there's no daylight. And two, when you're setting a screen,
until
you know
now,
the defense is going to switch. Sometimes you can slip that. The screener needs to make themselves an option.
I love that
One leg,
that
fall
one
away.
leg.
That is
Yeah.
so pretty.
And we saw Clara Strack practicing that quite a bit in shoot around earlier as 6'7" Avery Gordon comes into the ball game, the true freshman for Purdue. But we saw the time that was taken by Clara Strack. She went over and over and over again with that shot in shoot around earlier today.
I think Kenny Brooks shares that shot with every post player that comes to Kentucky. Because Liz Kitley, look, does this not look familiar? Right there, off one leg and get the finish.
Strack, who had the opportunity to learn and sit behind Liz Kitley when they were at Virginia Tech. Kitley was a 3-time ACC Player of the Year.
Well, I thought that could have been a kick ball.
Applause from the crowd here from Blue Nation, liking the hustle from the home team. Key, screen, takes it, kicks out. Obi for 3. Yes!
3 is good.
Jordan Obi's second triple of the night.
She'd only made 2 all season. Katie Geralds was kind of going to gamble on Obi and say play off of her or a short closeout. You got to make that adjustment after somebody's already hit 2.
Off the deflection, the Boilermakers come up with it. Day reverse, tough shot. Boom, back over to Obi, who came off of a team-high 17 points in that win over Marshall. Well, every Saturday, Marty and McGee and the SEC Nation get you ready for football with SEC game previews.
So,
Latest news from
SEC
around
Nation
the
will be
conference.
live
Up
from the
at
Nashville,
Vanderbilt
Tennessee
Alumni Lawn starting at
on
9 a.m.
Vanderbilt
Eastern.
University's
Shows are
campus.
Right here on the SEC Network and the all-new
And it'll be right here on the SEC Network and the all-new ESPN app.
Sit here, you know, how can Purdue get themselves back in this game? We asked Katie Geralds who needed to have a good day, and she said Madison, Layden Zay, and said she doesn't have to score a lot of points, but they've got to find her, and then she's got to play through her. She's got to handle the basketball. She has it right now.
over in the quarter. Hila knocks it down. Hila Karsh. They need that from her. She's third in the nation among freshmen in scoring.
Lexi Blue in the game. She can flat out shoot the basketball as well.
Carolyn, I think that sounds like a very familiar theme when you talk about this Kentucky squad. Kiki Smith, too strong. Day skies to get it. McCarthy is blocked by Key and comes up with it.
One of the things that Key has worked on this year is blocking shots without fouls. She got herself into some foul trouble last season and needed her on the floor at crucial times. She make that adjustment. Woo!
And Brooks talked about just how she was the key to consistency and to the team's success last year with her evolution. Break here from the floor, 4:37 remaining in the first half, and the heart and the emotion all poured out here in this Tuesday night affair.
We'll be right back.